So my boyfriend Malcolm just told me I'm dead to him because I wouldn't give him my entire freaking paycheck so he could buy some fancy Dodge Challenger he's been obsessing over for months. And when I say my entire paycheck, I mean literally every single dollar I earn as a pharmacy technician, which isn't exactly rolling in money territory, but it's my money that I work 40 hours a week for, dealing with insurance companies and cranky customers who blame me personally when their medications cost too much. But that's not even the worst part. This absolute clown went online and made some viral post calling me a broke gold digger, which makes zero sense because he's the one demanding my money. And now half the internet thinks I'm some terrible girlfriend who won't support her man's dreams. The post got shared like crazy on Facebook and Instagram, and people I work with have seen it. My coworker Emily showed it to me during our lunch break at the CVS, and I wanted to crawl under the pharmacy counter and disappear forever. When I tried to defend myself in the comments, explaining that I have rent and bills and, need to eat food occasionally, Malcolm completely lost it. He called me while I was restocking medications and told me I better delete my comments and stop making him look bad or he would leak screenshots of our private text conversations. And I'm talking about private stuff, intimate messages, pictures, conversations about my family drama with my parents' divorce, everything personal I've ever shared with him. He said I better do what he says or everyone would see exactly what kind of person I really am. The pure rage I felt hearing those words while I'm standing there in my work uniform trying to keep my voice down so customers wouldn't hear me having a breakdown next to the blood pressure monitors. Who does that? Who threatens someone they claim to love with humiliation and revenge basically? I had to excuse myself to the employee bathroom and just stood there shaking with anger. And his mom, his freaking mother, had the nerve to message me on Facebook saying I brought this whole mess on myself for not being supportive enough of her precious son's goals. She wrote this long paragraph about how a real woman would sacrifice for her man and how disappointed she is in my attitude. Like, lady, your 32-year-old son is throwing tantrums because his girlfriend won't bankrupt herself for his midlife crisis car. Barbara really had the audacity to tell me that when she was my age, women knew how to put their men first. Ma'am, this is 2025, not 1955. Malcolm has been posting updates about how he put me in my place and how women these days don't understand loyalty. His friends are all commenting with fire emojis and calling me names I won't repeat here. Meanwhile, I'm getting messages from random strangers telling me I'm selfish and don't deserve him. One girl literally wrote that I should be grateful any man wants to include me in his dreams. The comments are making me sick, but I can't stop reading them. Here's what really gets me though. This car costs $48,000. $48,000. He expects me to hand over my November paycheck, my December paycheck, probably my January and February ones too, so he can drive around feeling like some kind of action hero. When I pointed out that I have student loans, car insurance, groceries, and oh yeah, my half of the rent for the apartment we share, he actually said those were my problems to figure out. The guy who sleeps in my bed every night and eats the groceries I buy told me my basic living expenses were my problems to figure out while demanding I fund his toy. I make $32,000 a year before taxes. He wants